Okay, this is our house. I'm gonna take you as slowly as I can because it's a terrible camera to give you what we've got going on. Right behind Ada is a little itty bitty gooseberry. Right there. It probably won't bear fruit. Not for a while anyway. This is a brown turkey fig, and that's a Celeste fig. The Celeste has fruit. Right here are two little raspberries. They're very young. They probably won't bear fruit for a year or two. And that's the main part of the garden. But over against this side of the house is some tomatoes. That big flower pot is some summer lilies that are real pretty. And here's another garden plot. Along the fence is a bunch of tomatoes. I think there's 19. And this one right here is green beans, spaghetti squash. I got 8 of them, and those are sweet potatoes. And FYI, sweet potato greens are edible. White potato, red potatoes, all those Irish potatoes, those greens are not edible, but sweet potato greens are edible. I think raw sweet potato greens taste like parsley, but if they're cut up and sauteed, they taste exactly like spinach. I wouldn't know the difference. Right under here are under these two little nets are some ground cherries. One of them got eaten up by something, probably a grasshopper, so I covered these two. I'm going to try to salvage them. And those are cucumbers. I have 3. One of them's still real little. And we'll come around the netting. This whole row is green beans. These are some more sweet potatoes, but these are all green beans. And I'll take you in the net in just a second, but let me go around the net. These are some cucumbers. Pickling cucumbers. They get bitter real quick. I don't know what's wrong with that soil. If I amended it wrong, I'm not quite sure. Oh, and there's my goji berry. I'm still trying to decide if I want to give him a permanent home or leave him in that pot. And those are 3 pots of tomatoes. This one right here has a couple of yellow pears in it. Ooh, it might start to rain. More tomatoes. Some red potatoes and some purple potatoes. They're almost ready to get picked. And more tomatoes. Have right here honeydew and a cantaloupe. And these are cucumbers. I have 2 slicing cucumbers and another pickling cucumber. Ooh, sorry about that wind. Another little couple of baby cucumbers I just transplanted. Banana peppers. A broccoli that needs to go. Yay, we might get some rain. These 2 long ones are pumpkins. I've got a real bad borer problem, so I might not get anything out of that. There's a couple watermelons in there. There's some kale back there. Corn, it's almost done. Another watermelon. And then my zucchini's not looking so good. Some more red potatoes. That one did have radishes in it. That pot, the black pot, is charred, and that's some ginger. That didn't come up. That was echinacea. This is where I did have collard greens, but now it's okra, and I managed to save the collard green seeds, but as I was saving them, some scattered, and so I have a bunch of free volunteer collard greens going in there. Those are some yellow wax beans. And Jacob's marigolds. This is my little seed starting bench. And spinning back around. I'm trying potatoes in pots this year. Those are real pretty. Those are true blue. And I know it's shaky. Okay, so inside this area is all netted in. You can walk in, but it's not comfortable because you got a duck. But around the perimeter, very close to the edge, is a bunch of strawberries. And then inside in a U shape is 11 blueberries. And then back there is some onions. And one of my neighbors just said, "Hey, you like to garden? I've got some onion bulbs. Would you like them?" Like, yeah, sure. And I gave him some strawberry runners in trade. And I have some amaranth and some chard and some kale started, and none of those are doing good in the heat. And I have a few green beans. I'm planning to replace everything in there with green beans. And spinning around. Our little bird feeder. A nectarine tree, a rosemary bush, and some gladiolas. My rudbeckia. It was totally an impulse buy, but it's always so pretty and I love it. And Brent put that red hummingbird feeder up there. And this right here is a persimmon tree and more gladiolas. And that right there is a pomegranate. And right there, right in front of the van, is a little banana tree. And right here is a grapevine. And another nectarine tree. And our fancy light pole. I love it so much because it comes on at dusk and off at sunset. And I know the breaker in the house to turn it off if I want it off. And then some mums. And Brent got some yucca plants started from cuttings. These are my sunflowers. They're taller than me. There's 2 of them there. And actually there are 4 over here. And that is my crabapple tree and my golden delicious. There's the banana tree. It's little baby. Okay, spinning around. Another persimmon tree. And these fence panels were given to us. Our neighbor said, "Nah, I want a new one. You can have these." I said, "Hey, thanks." Okay, this is a mulberry tree. This is a plum tree, and that's a plum tree. This is the one that Jacob bought with his birthday money. And then after we got it, we realized it really needed a cross-pollinator, so we got that one to go with it. My compost bin. And this back here is going to be where we keep our chickens. We're still kind of recycling our way to get it done, but that's the coop that Brent and the boys have built so far. And everything beyond the fence is not our property. We fenced that off so we would know. And this big oak tree. We had a tree guy come out because it had a couple of broken branches. We were afraid that it would need to come down. And he said, "No, all you need to do is prune that tree. That's a majestic tree, probably 90 years old. You leave that tree alone." I was very thankful that he didn't want to just chop it down. Okay, spinning around. So beyond that fence is not our property. And my clothesline. You can see my washboard, because I'll show you where I do laundry. Underneath that trash bag is my laundry wringer, and that's how I do my laundry, because we get our clothes really super dirty, and I am not happy with the last 2 washing machines we got. So I said, you know what, I can do a better job. So I do. And my neighbor's crepe myrtle. That right there. He takes such good care of his yard. Those are the other side of those potted tomatoes. That is, that right there's a jalapeno. It's got one, ooh, about ready to pick. Oh, and then that black stump is the root ball of a dogwood tree that Brent and Joshua chopped down with an axe, not a chainsaw, because our chainsaw broke and it was halfway down when it broke, so they had to finish the job with an axe. And then they tried to burn it. They liked the way it looked, so they planted it upside down, and they call it the majestic black stump. They decorate it with rocks. And whoa, that was lightning. We had to make this fast. That's our crepe myrtle. Ooh, we got a thunderstorm coming. Joshua. And I'll have one more thing to show you. That's our worm bin. Oh, hold on. Wait. Okay, so these are my herbs. Well, that's a mum. That is a Brad's Atomic Grape tomato. Let me zoom in and see if I can get a good picture of those. They're not ripe yet, but they're purple on top and green on the bottom. And some celery. Oh, I gotta make this fast. Celery, thyme, basil, a tomato. I think that's a Cherokee purple, an Amish paste tomato, and some petunias.
Joshua, let go of that.
That's a stevia.
There's lightning out there. Lightning hits that tree. What do you think it's going to do?
And cilantro.
Go that rope into you.
This yellow pear tomato was a complete volunteer. And some parsley. And I have 3 more tomato plants. These are Amish paste. Gotta make this fast. I've got one more thing to show you. My worm bin. Hey, Joshua, will you clean that up?
Okay.
Oh yeah, and my walking onions. These are the coolest things. I always wanted walking onions. And I got some. They're very cool. They make little bulbs, not much, like fatter than regular scallions, but they clump together, and each of those will be a bulb. But then, well, that's not a very good one, but right here, that is a bulbil, and it will go down and make a new root and start a new plant. So these are perennial onions. Woo, I gotta go in. It's starting to really. And this is our worm bin that Brent and Jacob built. Unfortunately, it's often full of ants. We'll take the lid off. And so, ooh yeah, we got some good ones in there now. They like it. Honey, we already got good worms. Said the worms are really happy. And most of these were free worms. I did buy 1 container of worms. They probably need to get some rain on them. Yeah, they're happy little guys. Leave this cardboard out so they can maybe get some rain. They have drainage at the bottom. Look at this guy. He's inside the look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's inside the Joshua, look at this guy. He's
Is he stuck?
Yeah, he doesn't want to come out. He likes it in there. There's another one.
Is this one of the red wigglers?
Maybe. Yeah, they might need some more dirt.
Like jumping.
Make sure I don't have any in the cardboard that I put down, buddy. See, like this one has one. See right here?
I can make it jump.
No, don't make it jump. Make sure I don't have any worms stuck in there.
This one's stubby. There's a fat and stubby.
Look, see that one? Okay, so they're happy in there. We're gonna leave the lid off while it rains.
Thanks.
And this and this are 2 more dogwood trees. That's a rain barrel. Right there. There's a rain barrel. And that is a beautiful azalea. No, let them get rained on so they can get.
No. I mean the Kindle.
Oh no, I'm done. All right, so that's our garden.